We're gonna give you the 4 key factors behind strength training for goalies, soccer goalies, and we're gonna start right now. So first, let's clarify, we are talking specifically about soccer goalies, or football as it's referred to in the rest of the world, but here in the United States we call it soccer. So for this video, soccer-based goalies. Now, what goes into being a soccer goalie? There's a lot of different factors. We have to understand they've got to have a very good vertical jump. They have to have tremendous hand-eye coordination. They have to have the ability to move laterally as quickly as possible. And they also have to have really good grip. One of the forgotten aspects behind training things like a wide receiver or even basketball players, baseball players, and in our case here, soccer goalies, is that the stronger your grip tends to be, the more force that you can apply to the ball. If you can apply more force to the ball, you have more friction, and that makes it easier to catch the ball. So all of these factors have to go into designing a strength training program specifically for soccer goalies. We understand those key characteristics. Now we're gonna give you those 4 key areas that you have to focus on to make sure that you can master being a soccer goalie. So that last factor that we just mentioned was grip-based training, but how can we do grip-based training and apply it to being a goalie? One of those first key factors around grip-based training is training it explosively. I like to take soccer goalies, have them do plate flips and grab that, and then hold the plate for 30 seconds. Another factor that we can do that's gonna have a direct application to being a soccer goalie is doing pull-ups on a medicine ball, doing pull-ups with towels, doing pull-ups with fat grips, and then even doing farmer's carries with fat grips on. That's gonna help the athlete improve their grip strength and apply force with that open palm. Another factor that you can also do is if we have goalies doing anything along the lines of pressing, we can do presses with a fat bar. If we have a fat bar, now we have force application with that open palm. It's gonna mimic catching a soccer ball with that open palm. So now we're gonna be able to apply force rapidly. And one key thing that you can do for contrast style training for goalies, we could take something like a fat bar pull-up, okay? So we're doing pull-ups on a fat bar. We can rest for 2 minutes, and then we can throw med balls at the athlete. We can throw soccer balls at the athlete to try and feel that rapid application of force. That second key factor is going to be focusing on lateral movement. Think about how quickly soccer goalies have to move laterally. And typically what a lot of strength coaches forget is that a goalie is making their movement decision based off of how their opposition is planting their foot. When they plant their foot and they go to swing, that's actually where the goalie's starting to make their calculation for where the ball is going to go. So if we train things laterally at high speeds, we're going to be able to make better decisions, and in turn, that's gonna lead to better saves. So some key slow movements that we can train to improve lateral movement might be side band walks, Cossack squats, side sled pulls, side step ups. These are things that you can do that are going to be a little bit easier. And then as the athlete advances and they get more explosive, you can add in drop Cossack squats. You can add in side kettlebell jumps with a pause. You can add in more reflexive work, and that's going to help them improve their lateral movement and in turn be able to cut off those angles from their opposition. Those next 2 factors are gonna be hand-eye coordination and vertical jump. But before I give you those key factors and what you can do, make sure that you head over to PEAKSTRENGTH.APP so you can pick up our strength training app today to help you become a better soccer player. Hand-eye coordination. What can we do with strength and conditioning that's gonna help hand-eye coordination, okay? This is something that a lot of coaches will be like, oh no, it's a waste of time, we don't need to do that. Even though we already provided that contrast method where we're doing pull-ups with a fat bar and then taking soccer shots on that goalie, nice and easy, that's gonna improve their hand-eye coordination. But something else is just warming up with more proprioceptive work. I like to get goalies to go on the PVC pipe. Okay, so we're gonna warm up with the PVC pipe, and while they're doing that, they can be juggling tennis balls, they can be playing with bouncy balls, they can be getting helio sticks thrown at them so that they have to handle their hand-eye coordination and catch the stick at the right angle. So that is going to lead to them having better feel while they're really focusing on that proprioceptive work. So hand-eye coordination can be trained in the weight room. I even recommend on days that the athlete's gonna be doing jump-based training, try to incorporate some easy shots on them so that that helps them coordinate their nervous system all together, even with that hand-eye coordination. And that's gonna take us to that last key aspect. And I believe that soccer goalies tend to be some of the most poorly trained athletes on the world. They should be trained like middle linebackers. They should be trained like shot putters. They need to be as explosive as possible. So we should be training vertical jump aspects, okay? Vertical jump aspects from 2 legs and from 1 leg. And if we have a shot putter, if we have a linebacker, they have to have good lateral movement. They have to be the most explosive freaks on the planet. If I have 2 goalies who are 6 feet tall and one has a 35-inch vertical jump and the other one has a 30-inch vertical jump, the one with a 35-inch vertical jump is gonna make better plays, as long as all other things are equal. So we need to train aspects of vertical jump training. That means doing plyometrics. That means doing technical coordination movements like snatches, like power cleans, back squats, front squats, single leg squats, barbell step-ups, and then incorporating that into plyometric based training, okay? So change of direction work. We wanna focus on that 3rd day in our parabolic periodization program is going to be athlete day or change of direction day or agility day. And that's one of those key factors with goalies. They have to be able to apply a lot of force in a very short period of time. That means we've got to get them strong, but we also have to train them to be as reactive as possible in a very short time frame. So doing things like depth drops into hurdle hops, doing things like single leg bounds, Jan jump series, anything like that, that's going to drastically improve their ability to cover ground inside the 18. So if you need help, you want to become a champion goalie, click on the link down below in the description, head over to PEAKSTRENGTH.APP and you can pick up our app today to help you achieve all your goals. Until next time, guys, peace.